Hey, welcome back to doomclone devlog number 1 or 2. I don't know. Anyways, if you watched my last video, you will know that we created this cool gun. Unless you weren't paying attention, for which I don't really blame you. I mean, it wasn't that interesting anyways. But now I have added some amazing decoration to this gun. Just look at that. So now we are going to add some textures. But the first step is to mark seams. Why do you have to mark seams? Why are seams called seams? What are seams? Oh, and let's just Google it. Well, Google says that a seam in Blender is just like a seam in sewing. How am I supposed to know what a seam is in sewing when I have never sewn in my life? So, with the help of my grandma who has been sewing sweaters for the past 20 years, I quickly marked the seams. Then I quickly textured the gun, and in the end the result was amazing. Get ready to see it. Isn't it great? Oh, and what's this you ask? Well, don't ask. Now we need to put this gun in the game. So we have a little problem here. As you can see, our player is currently just a cylinder with no arms. And it's pretty hard to pick up a gun or anything else without arms. So let's give some arms to our player. Oh, and would you look at that? It's done already. Then let's give some strong bones to our arms. And you'll probably notice that I haven't textured it yet properly, but I will do that later. For now, it is fine. In the end, it worked like a charm. Just look at that. Oh no. So as this is definitely not working, I'm going to take a break and not make the arm. How will the player pick up the gun then, you ask? Well, as this game is taking place in a futuristic environment, telekinesis is rare. So now we need to design a weapon equipment system. So the idea is that we have a weapon class that contains variables like the ammo pool the weapon uses and functions like shooting, etc. Then we have the prefab that contains the graphics for the gun. Oh, and the player has a weapon manager component that contains the current weapon, the default weapon, and all of the weapons that the player can possess, and is responsible for switching between them, shooting them, and all of the other stuff. Of course, you might not be able to understand complicated systems like this, but you can always subscribe to my channel to learn about more complicated systems. Anyway, these are the 10 lines of code that I spent 5 hours to figure out. For now, here's what it looks like in game. So as you can see, currently there is no gun in our scene, and as soon as I hit play, just wait for a second, and you can see that the gun magically appears and we can walk around and jump and do all of that stuff, and it works like a charm. Now we have a problem here. Currently our ground looks like a green carpet, and that is not cool at all. So let's do some quick magic, and just like that we have a better looking arena with walls and all of that good stuff. Now we have a little problem here, and that is that the gun can't shoot, and there is no point of the gun if it can't shoot. So let's add shooting to our gun. So the first thing I did was that I created some high quality and detailed animations for the gun. So, after learning out how the original Doom pistol worked, I implemented the basic features in my game. Basically, we do a raycast from the center of the player's camera to a point in front of it based on the pistol's range. I had a hard time converting Doom's units to Unity units, but in the end I ended up doubling the result because the original seemed to be way too short. It pretty much acts like the Doom pistol, except that the ammo is not implemented, and the spread is not implemented, and it's not automatic. So I suppose it's really not like the Doom pistol at all. So let's implement all of those features. Anyway, here's what it looks like in game. As you can see, we can shoot, and it's pretty awesome, and the voice is also awesome. You might be wondering what these blue things are. Well, these are actually bullet impacts, but they don't quite look like that. What can I say? I'm a good artist. Now you might be saying that it looks really bad and also sounds really bad, and you'd probably be right because it does. But this is just a prototype, and once I get the basic features done, I will make it look a lot better. Now the gun uses ammo and also deals damage, but that's not visible because I don't have the UI for the ammo setup yet, and there is nothing in the scene that can be damaged yet. After implementing those features, here what the end result looks like. As you can see, we have an ammo counter at the corner of the screen with all of our different ammo types, and it looks very awesome. I know I haven't applied fonts yet, but I will do that later. And as you can see, when we shoot, the ammo decreases, and we can shoot this cube to destroy it. The gun does a random damage between 5 and 15 in multiples of 5, just like in Doom. So with that, we have everything about the pistol implemented. I'm going to end the video here, and in the next video we will implement some enemies and more weapons. So stay tuned for that. Bye.